Okay. All right, I think that is a good view. All right, y'all, we got a lot to talk about today. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling the best, and now I'm starting to feel a lot better. So, with that being said, let's just get into it. So, we're going to talk about values today, how to figure out what your values are, how you can start making better choices in your life by figuring out what your values are, healing your womb chakra, healing your female reproductive system. Okay. Yesterday, I was struggling with like the worst cramps ever. And so I decided, why not experiment with energy healing on my ovaries, my uterus, like all the things. And so I actually found some dense trauma in my uterus. And where else was it? It was like overall the female reproductive system. Like I found trauma layers over all of the different organs that play a role with my menstrual cycle. And wasn't my ovaries, I think it was my fallopian tubes maybe, that was holding on to dense trauma. Anyway, super interesting. I also found one layer of emotional shame. And so our causal body, our emotional body, it's interconnected with our energy. And so when women are releasing on their cycle, they're releasing a lot of old emotional energy. And so I found some shame there, and it was like causing me to have like the worst cramps. And yeah, anyways. So yeah, let's pick up where we left off yesterday. So, okay, yesterday we left off on taking action. So the goal was, say for example, you set up a goal of paying off one of your credit cards. Okay, how can you bring that into reality? How can you, as a creator of your own reality, how can you manifest that and make that happen for yourself? Okay, well, my game plan is I'm going to take 30% of my income weekly that I make. The example was if you're working in a restaurant, right? Like I'm going to take 30% of my tip money, what I make weekly, and I'm going to put that towards my credit card every week or every month, whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. And so immediate action that you can take right now is getting clear about what you owe and make a plan for the due dates. And so one of the best credit card tips that I learned was paying off your credit card 3 days before the due date. I don't know why it's like that. I can't remember if I found that guy off TikTok or where I saw him, but he was like, you either pay it 3 days before the due date, or I think it was like 17 days. I can't remember, but I just always do it 3 days. Anyways, I helped my mom get an 850 credit score, literally a perfect credit score from doing that. So, okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention it was like also perfect because she paid it all off at once. Like she didn't have a running balance, you know? But anyways, that's a whole other conversation for another time. So yeah, the next section is values accomplished. So say, for example, I took this goal on. What values in my life would it accomplish? Well, first of all, it would accomplish security, financial security. I wouldn't be worrying about paying off some credit card. I wouldn't be worrying about debt just lingering on in my energy. And for those of you who haven't seen my people-pleasing video, how to heal from people-pleasing, please go watch that. It's under my live tab. And for those of y'all who are new to the channel, it's 11:11 and I accept. I'm ready to receive. Yeah, those of y'all who are new to my channel, I always, if I see synchronicities, I will always say I accept, I'm ready to receive, because they are light codes coming from the non-physical. They are activations and all kinds of goodies. Anyway, yeah, if you're new to my channel, please go watch the people-pleasing, because people-pleasing trauma causes an energetic deficit in our energy for us to keep manifesting debt, okay? And so when you go through and perform psychic surgery on yourself, and you basically heal and release all that trauma, all that old energy, all that old programming, conditioning, old belief systems, wounds, okay, you're going to be in a better place energetically, financially. I know it's so it's so weird to kind of think about, because like applying that like financially from a non-physical perspective, like while you're embodying the people-pleasing energy, it's like, I feel like subconsciously you're going to make financial decisions and choices based on pleasing others. And so because you're doing that, because that's a low vibrational foundation of financial behavior, it's like causing you to go into debt, which is crazy. Makes a lot of sense. But anyways, so yeah, go watch that video. I teach you guys how to get rid of that. And okay, the next value to accomplish is freedom. That is like my number one value. Freedom, financial freedom, job freedom, relationship freedom. Like, oh my gosh. That's like definitely number one for sure. Right? Because if you don't have any credit card debt, like you're closer to financial freedom. And I feel like a lot of people think financial freedom means you're a millionaire, and it's not. Like you can easily feel financially free on a server income. Okay. You just really have to have good financial habits and know that your financial behaviors and your financial attitude and your financial choices align to your values. Okay. If you do not value toys, stop spending money on toys. Okay. Like for example, I deeply value self-care. Oh my God. I deeply value it because it nourishes my feminine energy. And when my feminine energy gets severely nourished, I'm able to step into like a more bigger capacity to help more people at once. And so that serves my highest contracts and the highest good of all involved. Right. So here's another one of my deep values is service to others. I always work jobs, especially restaurant jobs, I would say like the majority of my life where I was always serving others. It just felt so natural to me to just like give and nurture. And so anyway, yeah, if you ever wonder, like if you ever struggle, like what your purpose is and you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, just take a look at like what you're currently doing for your job, and that might shed some light for you like it did for me. So, okay, the next one is peace. Okay, you're going to have a peace of mind when you don't have debt just lingering in the background. And actually, I'm reading this book right now, one of the many books I'm reading right now. It's called Smart Women Finish Rich. And I'm totally not going to lie to you. Like, this title triggered the fuck out of me. I was like, fuck you. Because, like, I'm not, like, as rich as I want to be right now. But I opened the book and I started reading it. I think I'm on chapter 4. Anyways, it teaches women who basically grew up in family dynamics where everything was gatekept from them financially. They were severely neglected. You know, they don't know how to do basic financial things, which was me. Okay. I feel like it still is me because I'm still learning something new in each of these chapters. And so anyway, basically this author, he decided from his grandmother who taught him about investing and basically how to like make money for yourself. So I think she grew up in like the 30s or something. And she would, I guess, put money aside every week or something. And she basically like retired a millionaire. And he was so inspired by her story that he was like, I just want to help women who have no idea what to do in the financial realms, because women naturally, like women are natural masters of the non-physical realm. Like that is our familiar. That is like our comfort zone. That is like what we are best at mastering. And men in the physical, it's like financial realms is like their comfort zone, their mastery. And I feel like women just naturally get held back financially because of the current societal dynamics going on right now and growing up in chaos and dysfunction and all the horrible things, right? And so anyway, this book teaches you guys how to do so many things. And so anyway, this is where I learned about different examples of values, which I already kind of learned a few of the values that I had just from doing energy healing on myself, but I got some more ideas from reading this book. And so anyway, I forgot where I was going with this and why I mentioned it. Peace of mind, values. Anyways, I totally forgot what I was going to talk about. Okay, it's okay. So yeah, let's just go here for a second and talk about example of values. So a long time ago, I had no idea what my values were. I couldn't even tell you like what I wanted to do with my life. Okay, I went from bartending in a restaurant to moving to Utah to having an out-of-body experience to going through a crazy, massive spiritual awakening and realizing like I was so much more than like bartending in a restaurant. Okay, like it was crazy. And it wasn't until I want to say this year, really. This year was the year that I got super clear on my own values. And so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I have 15 examples of values. So I'll step out of the way in just a second. But And this is also going to help with your future relationships too with partners. Because right when you go on dates and you're starting to talk to a guy or a girl and you just like get a feel for their values, you're going to feel whether or not you guys are aligned or not. And anyway, so yeah, I would say my number one value is freedom for sure. Like I have to have freedom in my relationships. I cannot be like, I'm not that kind of person where I'm just like, I have to be with somebody 24/7. That drives me nuts. Like I can't do that. Like I have to have my own space, right? So over here, I value space, right? Because I love to read books. Like I need like, I don't even know how many hours to read my books, but I like to sit on my couch or sit on my porch in my egg chair and just read my book and just get off of my phone. Okay. Like we live in such an instant gratification age that anybody can just access you at any time. And I don't like that. That's why I leave my phone on do not disturb a lot. So anyways, like I would have to be with a partner who also values freedom and who respects my boundaries, right? Like I couldn't be with somebody who was like 24/7 clingy, you know? And so anyway, oh yeah, and then also freedom. I value freedom, like financial freedom. So, you know, I would value a partner who is also financially responsible and who is also working towards the same kind of goals as I am, you know what I mean? In their own way. And so that's super huge. And that also sets you up for better energetic alignment in your relationships and other things. And anyway, another one of my values is the ability to make choices. So having freedom gives you the ability to make choices. When you don't have freedom, you cannot make choices, right? If you're not working towards financial freedom or you're not working towards career freedom, and you're just limiting yourself in a box your whole life, you're not going to have a lot of choices to make, okay? What's a good tangible example I can give in this moment? Okay, I'm feeling called to talk about my grandma, the narcissistic one. So she got married to my grandfather when she was, I think, 25. They got married super young. And it was like one of those weird marriages where they like talked over the phone, and I think she was living in like Louisiana or something, and he was living in Charleston, and he like basically came and got her in Louisiana, and then they just like got married. It was like an arranged marriage. I don't know. So weird. Couldn't be me. I'm like, no, I have to vet you first, like before you can even like be in my presence. Like, no. And so anyway, so because of her choices that she made with her partner, she lived such a limiting lifestyle, and she chose that for herself, and she could have chose better, and she knows that. And so anyway, because of the partner she chose, because of the lifestyle she chose, she didn't value freedom in her relationship. She didn't value freedom in her job. And so basically she was super limited on what she could do with her life. And so naturally she was going to feel constricted. And because she felt constricted by her choices, her natural consequences of the choices that she made, she started developing deeper beliefs about herself, like she wasn't good enough and all the things. So that was another reason why I value freedom, because it gives you the ability to make choices, okay? For example, if you are financially free or close, right? You know, if you're super hungry and you really value nice restaurants, you can go, oh, you know, tonight, like I would really love a nice fine dining dinner where someone just does everything for me. They clean the plates, they give me the hand wipes, like they keep bringing me out food because I'm starving. You know, I'm the kind of person where I like to order 3 meals in a restaurant plus dessert. Like I am that person, especially if I do leg day at the gym. Like, oh my God. I'm like, I want this appetizer, I want this entree, I want a salad, and I want creme brulee, and I want a glass of wine, because period, I deserve it, and I will definitely make it happen to pay for that. So anyways, moving forward. Okay, I also value security. I feel like security is the baseline for everything in your life, right? I feel like you need security financially, okay, to establish freedom, to eventually establish everything else that it is that you really want to do in your life, to where you're living a life of purpose and meaning and fulfillment. And it took me forever to figure that out. But anyways, when you establish, especially financial security, like you have cash flow coming in, whether you're working a job, whether you're receiving money from a side hustle or investments. Okay, if you have a brokerage account, personally, I have a brokerage account and I have a Roth IRA, which basically means, what's really funny about that is I can channel which funds I should invest in. Because they say all these mediums are saying that the stock market's going to crash and all these things. And I actually know what these different investment companies invest in. And it's so funny because I'm just like, I'm totally not worried about my money at all. But anyways, it's like the advantages of being a psychic, because I can be like, that's going to collapse. You're going to lose money there. Oh, nope, I'm going to gain money there. Like I literally I know exactly what to invest in because of my non-physical cheat sheet. So anyway, super funny. And so, yeah, when you base your patterns, your thoughts, your behaviors, your attitudes all around security, like that just sets you up for a great foundation for your life. And then it only gets better from there. And then another thing that I deeply value is self-care. And so, yeah, I think I talked about that already, where I nourish my feminine energy, and that allows me to step forward at a bigger capacity, which is why I have the current relationship dynamic right now that I desire, because that would allow me to step more into my feminine and then step more into a bigger presence with the world. Okay. Everything I do and believe in is for a reason. Okay. Just stick with me. Okay. And then the next one is abundance. I value abundance. So anytime someone buys me a coffee or someone pays for my dinner or whatever it is, whatever abundance it is that I experience that aligns to my values, I always sit in my heart consciousnness and energies and frequencies of gratitude. And I say, thank you so much. Thank you so much, universe, for buying me a coffee today. Thank you so much, universe, for on Sunday, I went up into Big Cottonwood Canyon in Utah. And for those of y'all who are not from here, it's basically like this little road that you just drive up into the mountains, and there's like little campsites and little bonfire places where you can have fire pits and stuff. It's super cool. But anyways, this family, they I guess paid for 3 of the tables, and me and my mom were trying to do a sacred ceremony with one of these goddesses. Her name's Hecate, and I was doing a lot of sacral chakra stuff on Sunday. And so anyway, we were in ceremony vibes, and this Indian dude from his huge family, they were all cooking food out there, and he goes, "You guys want a table?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Go ahead, go take it." I said, "Oh, thank you, universe, for buying me a table." And then so we just sat there until it got dark, and it was so nice. We had our own fire and did ceremony, and it was amazing. And so, yeah, anytime I have any interactions with my value system, I always, always, always will say, thank you so much, universe. I'm so, 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 so grateful. Times infinity, times 9, whatever you want to say. Because gratitude is an amplifier. And the more that you can emanate that gratitude out for whatever value it is that you're feeling and grateful for, what's going to happen non-physically is you're going to start attracting like vibration. And so like attracts like, that's the law of attraction. So if I'm grateful for abundance in that moment, and I'm just so infinitely grateful, I'm sending that out energetically into the universe, what's going to start happening is more frequencies of abundance are going to start flocking to my energy and to my reality. And so anyway, super powerful. And yeah, another thing I want to say about this, we're going to talk about womb chakra healing. But women especially, have a natural innate gift of channeling infinite abundance, energies and frequencies from the non-physical. We literally have that ability to channel that through our womb, 24/7 without us thinking about it. It's just happening. Okay. That is why a lot of men who date women, who are smart men who date women who are providers, that's why they get super fucking rich, and they never have to worry about money, because they know and they understand the value of a woman and what she brings and what she provides. Okay. Anyway, super deep. So yeah, we talked about service to others, self-reliance. I think I'm gonna talk about a few more of these, and then we'll move on because we're at 19 minutes. So, okay, yeah, the next one is self-reliance. I deeply value self-reliance. I deeply value having my own car to drive, my own place to live in, my own job, my own systems that work for me, that act as a healthy, high vibrational foundation for my finances, okay? Because when I'm self-reliant, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do, okay? I don't have anyone telling me what I should be doing or what I can be doing. I don't have to be roommates with somebody. Like, it's like I can walk around my house naked if I want to, and I don't have to give a fuck. Like, I can just, go make my breakfast, or, if I want to sing or dance in my living room, I don't have to worry about people staring at me and judging me. Like, I can just be myself. I can just be myself, like raw and authentic, and just, like I said, freedom is number one. Anyways, the next one is peace. So I deeply value peace. Like, as somebody who grew up in everything that wasn't peace, everything that wasn't stable, peace is something I deeply, 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 deeply value. And one of my dream vacations is going to the Maldives. Like, I was this close when I was 20 years old. I think I had like $5,000 or maybe $7,000 saved up in my savings account. And I told myself, I was like, I can either take this money and go to the Maldives and just tank my savings account and go, or I could go visit my mom in Utah. Oh, you know what? I think I was 21. I was 21 at the time. I was either 20 or 21. Anyways, and so I decided not to do it, which it's like, I know why, like, it served not to go there, but at the time I wasn't awake. And so anyway, I wasn't afraid to fly on airplanes like I am now. And I have to get over that fear. Like, I can't stand airplanes. And so I want to explain why I hate airplanes really quick, as like somebody who is super self-aware about a lot of things. Because before, when I was on airplanes and I wasn't spiritually awake, like I wasn't aware of past lifetimes, I wasn't aware of any of that stuff. I just remember taking off on the ground and feeling like my ears, like it's super heavy. And then like your body just gets heavy. You're like, ugh, like you feel like someone's pressing down on you, and it's just so uncomfortable. Like, I hate it. I was that kind of person who took like 2 Ativan on a plane, and I got super like wasted in like 30,000 feet because I could not handle it. Like, I hated flying. But anyways, and so I remember when I left Charleston. So when I came out here to visit my mom for the first time when I was 21, and I flew to Salt Lake. So actually I flew to Chicago and then I flew to Salt Lake. And when I was landing at the Salt Lake airport, I could feel my energy like connect to the ground. And it was like refreshing. It was like a relief feeling. And I was like, what the fuck? I've never felt that before. And so anyway, I'm just like so terrified. Like, now I feel like I'm even more sensitive to energies, and I'm more sensitive to feeling my energy connect and disconnect from the land, you know what I mean, from taking off on planes. And so anyway, one of my goals is to save up for like a private jet experience, just to do like a one-way flight somewhere close. That way I'm like super comfortable and I can get over it and start flying commercial again. But anyways, yeah, I haven't been on an airplane since I became super self-aware of trauma and all the things. And anyways, moving forward. So, okay. Yeah, I deeply value solitude, feeling fulfilled, teaching. Okay, I love teaching, lights me up. I deeply value my innate gifts, abilities, and magic, because I feel like being a psychic and being tapped into the non-physical literally is like a cheat sheet for my life and the world. And it really just helps me live life easier. So I hella deeply value that. Deeply value my own space, which I already talked about. Happiness and joy. And then last but not least, knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom helps us expand our consciousness. It helps us to understand many different things. Okay. It helps us become smarter. It helps us learn newer things. It helps us with empathy and compassion, okay, which this planet needs so desperately. And so, yeah, these are just a few examples of my own deep values. And so, yeah, back to this example. And so what are the challenges? What are the potential challenges that you may face from trying to successfully pay off your credit card. Sorry, guys, my laptop is dying 10% again. Oh my gosh. Okay. And so I wrote down unexpected life obstacles. So one time, I think was this last year. I think it was last year. I had like $10,000 saved up in my savings account, and something happened to like the inside of my car, and it cost like $1,500 to fix. And when I went to the dealership, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I really don't want to spend this money. But I decided in that moment, I was like, you know what? I said, even though I don't want to spend this money, I'm going to try to turn it to something positive as best as I can, which was, I'm going to turn this into gratitude. Universe, I'm so grateful that I have the financial abundance to be able to fix this problem without suffering financially. Yes, this is a big financial loss, but now I get to have more space for more to come in because I'm grateful that I even have the capacity to spend this money to fix my car. Okay. Ever since then, I swear, like, that just like changed my life, like financially. And so anyway, and how to overcome this challenge. So if one of your challenges is unexpected life obstacles, one way to overcome it is build an emergency savings of 10 grand. Okay. That is very easy to do working in a restaurant because you live off tips for a living. And usually a lot of people are very generous when they go into restaurants in the first place. And so, yeah, like I said, working in a restaurant, service to others. So it aligns to my values. And because it aligns to my innate values, what does that do? It brings me more abundance. It brings me security. It brings me peace. All of the good things. Okay. Now, let's see. We were going to talk about womb chakra healing and the menstrual healing. So let's get into that really quick. I'm going to erase all this. Oh my God, y'all. Yesterday, I like went back and rewatched my part 1 video, goals. And I saw like a freaking wad of cat hair that was like stuck to my pants. I was like, oh my gosh. Ugh. Like no matter where I sit, it just like gets stuck to me. Okay. It's funny because like I think on the camera you can't even see like the little dusties from the whiteboard. Okay. All right, so let's talk about oh my God. So let's do female reproductive system. And within the female reproductive system, you have a uterus. I can't even spell uterus. Oh my God. I'm not even going to Google it. Uterus, fallopian tubes. You have ovaries. You have the vagina. I'm trying to think what else there. I think there's like the cervix. We're just gonna keep it simple for now. Okay, so maybe black. I think I had 8 layers of trauma overall. I can't remember how many I had in my uterus that I found. Whatever. It'll be good. Okay. Okay, let me just check on my battery really quick. Okay, we're at 7%. We're fine. If anything, y'all, I think I might unplug my nice webcam and just go to my MacBook. I don't know. We'll see. I'd rather y'all hear me than see me. So, okay. When doing energy healing inside your female reproductive system, if you're a woman, okay, you can have dense trauma and different trauma layers over each of the different organs that play a role in this reproductive system. And so yesterday I had I think maybe it was 2 layers in my uterus that was coming up for healing. And so basically I took my selenite and I said, okay, now heal and release the first 2 layers out of my uterus that's no longer serving me of dense trauma. And I send that back to source for healing. And I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light, and anything else that serves my highest contracts, higher self. Do the feminine, masculine clearing, overall clearing, and then do the body memory clearing, okay? And then I channeled that. I just had 8 layers of just trauma overall in my female reproductive system. And so I just did 2 layers at a time and then waited a couple of minutes in between to do all 8 layers. So I just did 2, 2, 2, and 2. And so I do the first round and just do the same thing. I set the purest intention at the highest vibrational frequency to heal and release the first 2 layers of overall trauma from my female reproductive system. I send that back to the creator for healing. And I call back healing energies, pure unconditional love, healing golden light. My highest contracts. Do the same thing, feminine, masculine healing, overall healing, and then body memory clearing. And then you'll just do that until you clear all those layers of trauma and see how your next cycle goes. Okay, I'm so curious. If you do have trapped emotional energy, remember to go on Google, go find that emotion code chart. Bradley Nelson, I can't remember his name, but go find that emotion code chart and clear your causal body of trapped emotions, okay? Like today, I found 1 layer of shame that was affecting my cramps. Like that's why they were in so much pain, okay? So definitely utilize that resource for sure. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just go watch my beginners playlist on YouTube. If you're new to me, if all this stuff resonates with you, please like it. Please share it with other people who you know could benefit from this energy healing. And also please subscribe to the channel if you resonate with me. Come join my tribe. Come join the tribe because it's a vibe. And I love everybody who subscribes because I feel like y'all are just, it's like y'all are like my soul tribe that I never got to have in this life. And so, yeah. Okay. Battery and see where we're at. 5%. Okay. Okay, you know what? This is what I'm going to do since my computer is about to die. Where is my... Here it is. This will be easier and less time consuming. So, you know what? Did I already talk about this? Okay, I'm just going to show y'all really quick. I feel like I showed y'all, but maybe not. Okay, let's see. So the womb chakra healing right here. You can pause it. Okay. And just like channel and see if you have different areas of trauma and trapped emotions and all the good things. So once you, sorry guys. Okay. Once you clear, I want to use purple. Once you clear all that trauma, you balance those chakras, your womb chakra is totally cleared. One of the things you can say is, I now awaken, activate, and align to my innate abundance codes and innate abundance flow within me and within my life. That might be really intense, so just take it easy. And then the other thing I wanted to say really quick before I end this live is I now awaken, activate, and align to my innate liberation codes within my womb, within me and within my life with grace and ease, with grace and ease, with grace and ease. Okay. Super powerful statements. Especially like being a woman. Oh my gosh. You're going to feel it and it's going to be really incredible. And you're going to have a lot of massive life transformations coming from that. And so, yeah, that is basically all I wanted to talk about today, and just pick up off from yesterday's video from part 1 with goals and goal setting and goal energy healing. And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you to all of the new subscribers who have joined this online community. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everybody who likes this content and shares it, because it is going through the algorithm, and you are actually going to be helping other souls, help them with their energy healing journeys. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm super, super grateful. And this is the second live of the week. So I will see you guys next week. Stay tuned for an update. I'm actually going to make a YouTube post with my new schedule. So yeah, thank you guys, and I will see y'all then.